if the black metallic 5s that came out last year had around 40K pairs drop on Sneakers app and became a $400 shoe, what's going to happen when the Wolf Grey 5s come out tomorrow with around 30K stock? Hey man, say man, it's Ramon Real in the cut on the mic, and today when we talk about the Wolf Grey Jordan 5s that's re-releasing tomorrow, Saturday the 28th. So a very anticipated shoe release. They first came out in 2011. I'm pretty sure that's the first time they ever came out. Yeah, so it's not like a super OG colorway, but it did come out 15 years ago. And it's a very, easy to wear Jordan 5. Probably, top 10 best Jordan 5s. Probably maybe top 5. I can't really think of a bunch of fire off my head that are Jordan 5s, but I think it's definitely in the top 5. Really clean shoe, just like all gray. But right now, looking at the market on the 2011 pair, I'm assuming, it's very similar to the new one. I think the new one's definitely better. The caging looks better on the new one. The caging on this one kind of favors like the black metallic 5, like the 2016 ones is a little bit darker. Overall, very similar shoe. It has a 23 on the heel. Some people are like mixed about that. Some people like the 23 on the heel, some people don't. I think it makes it look better. I like when Jordans have the 23. My favorite is like Jordan 11s with like the cool looking 23 on it. But yeah, anyways, though, the 2011 pair was like a $300 shoe. Like, I can't really see when it first came out the market. I'm assuming it was like, I don't know what it was in 2011. If anyone was around in the sneaker game then, let me know in the comments. But StockX came out in 2016, so all I can see is from 2016 it was like $300 shoe, pretty much like high 300, like 380, and then it spiked up in 2024 to $500, $600. So yeah, that's like the all-time high for this shoe is around $500, $600. So pretty, expensive shoe overall. So it did go for some bread, and it is very anticipated because it hasn't come out in such a long time. There's definitely gonna be some demand on this pair. I do not think it's gonna be like a super easy shoe to get in like the bigger sizes, but it should be pretty easy if you entered up raffles. I already got called today about a raffle that I hit at Shoe Palace. So now I'm waiting on the JD's raffle. They haven't called me just yet, but they might call me. We'll see. Now a lot of people are saying that these are limited. Well, they're not super limited, obviously, because they're dropping at like all the mall stores around the whole US or whatever. So they're not like limited, y'all, but they do have a lot of demand, and there probably is like, I didn't know like this it was like this little. Like apparently throughout all the stores in the US, I guess this would make sense. It would be like around like 10 to 30K pairs total in all the stores, because I guess like 30 pairs like a men's or something like that, and probably like 20 of GS, probably like 50 pairs a store maybe. I don't really know exactly how it works, but apparently it only adds up to like 20K across all the stores, so that's really not that much. And then on Sneakers app right now, I'm gonna get into stock numbers in a bit. So the updated stock numbers for this pair is 35,221 pairs. That's updated. It might go up, it might go down, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the last pool because tomorrow is the release. For example, like a size 12, there's gonna be 2,255 pairs, so 2,255 pairs. Not that much, y'all. 11.5, 1,300 pairs. Size 11, 3,600 pairs. Size 10.5, 3,200 pairs. Size 10, 5K pairs. So, there is a good amount of pairs, but also you have to keep in mind there is like, probably maybe like 200,000 plus people are going to be going for the shoe. So you have to think about it like that. But I remember whenever Black Metallic 5s came out last year, there was around 44K pairs. Like I just remember like vividly, there was around like 40, like high 40s, I feel like, probably like 40 to 50K stock on the Sneakers app. Like whenever, because like I saw the stock numbers pull up. Like some people, are questioning stock numbers, but they have been pretty accurate in my experience. So like if you get the right resources, and I have like a trusted source, so I do think that this is pretty legit, pretty spot on. And last year, 12.5, I remember there was like less than 1,000 pairs, and I ended up hitting a 12.5, which was going for like 260. If you remember, like Black Metallic 5s was going for less money than these were like the day before the release. They're going for like 250, literally. They're going for like 250, which is like barely over retail. And the next day, whenever they came out, they sold out, and they were going for like 350 because there's a lot more people, lining up at malls than expected, and stores were selling out pretty quick. And people, they slept or whatever, because I guess they thought that it was gonna be an easy hit, it was gonna be a brick, and it ended up not being a brick. Right now, looking at StockX on the the pair we're talking about, the Wolf Greys, not the Black Metallics, they're going for around $200 to $400 depending the size. Really, most sizes are going for around $300. I guess they kind of dropped a little bit. Right now, like size 12, 309 is asked. Last sale is 309. A lot of people are paying up though. There's been like about 10 sales just today, and it's only 2 o'clock. So people are, consistently paying $300 for this pair. Now we'll have to see tomorrow, is there going to be, big lines or not. I think that there's going to be some lines for this pair. Like I might go to the Snipes tomorrow, because if you don't know, that's a good way to cop because raffles are already in. So if you missed the raffle, then you missed it or whatever. But there's still first come first serve places like Snipes. That's a good place. Even though my Snipes, there was a big line for the Gammas. Like for example, Gammas the day before they came out, they're going for around the same numbers as these, around like 260 to 300. This pair is actually going for more, so, but you can't really go off past performance, because you know this shoe could be a $300 shoe today and it could be like $260, $270 tomorrow, or it could be like a $350, $360 shoe tomorrow. It just, you never know. It's very, you know, sneaker market's very, it just fluctuates, you know, you never know. But right now I think that this shoe will probably be like a $300 plus shoe easily tomorrow, and maybe over time it'll probably, you know, age pretty well, because this is like a very nice colorway. But me personally, I think this is a quick flip for the resellers. I think this could, you know, for example, Black Metallic 5s, they're like $350 on release day, and now they're like a $450, like a $400 to $480 shoe right now in most sizes. So pretty, you know, expensive. They did go up, but you know, nothing too crazy. It's been like a year, so it's not like it went up like $300 or anything. Like, it's still, you know, around $400 or $500, which isn't too far to what it was on release day. It was around $350. So yeah, I think, you know, shoes are definitely good quick flips. I think it's good to take good to sell it while it's hot. I don't really like holding shoes, but I know some people get into that, but I don't really think, you know, I don't think it's worth holding shoes, like, unless it's just like a super limited shoe that's really nice, and you know, like this shoe's dropping at every store in like the mall, you know what I'm saying, like all those sneaker stores. So it's not gonna be like a crazy limited shoe, but I do think it will sell out, and I do think this will be like a $300 plus shoe tomorrow. But it would be pretty interesting to see where the market is on them. I've already hit Hibbett, Shoe Palace, and then now Foot Locker and Champs. I'm waiting on results from them, and DSG, aka Dick's Sporting Goods. So let me know if you copped, if you hit a raffle. I know a lot of people hit. So this is a GR, aka general release. So like I said, it's dropping in a lot of places. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't seem rare. Obviously it's not rare, but there's still a lot of demand. So that's why prices will probably be like, you know, 70, 60 bucks over retail. But we'll have to see tomorrow. Let me know in the comments if you made it this far in this video. I appreciate you for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get all updated, you know, sneaker news and, you know, stock number stuff, info that you might not find elsewhere. So stay tuned for more fire videos, y'all. God bless. Peace.